Oh, no. I guess it just took a little while. Cool. Okay.
Um, and yes, we are looking at a February 24th post is when the release date. So yeah.
Are you
Hello,
sure we're live?
everybody. Sorry for the slight delay there. Only half of it was my fault.
Are you sure we're
Boo
live?
this man. Boo this man. I don't see live.
Yeah.
Boo him more.
The hell?
Boo him a second time?
Thrice.
Okay.
Oh.
There we go.
If it's thrice, then I mean,
I may as
is
well
what's okay?
just burst into flames by that point. Jeebus.
Thrice.
Hey, Paul. Don't boo me thrice.
Yeah. I have spoken. Hey, look, we're live now.
Have you? Have you spoken?
Yeah.
It appears that I have.
It's as we've been live for a minute and 20 seconds.
So apparently, just random people, wandering in and out of the chat, seeing us, whether we actually wonder whether we're actually live or not. That's sweet. Sweet. Good times. So
Don't you worry. Let me worry about that. Way to go live on time. Yeah, you know what? We can only do that once a month.
We were had a good run there for a while. We had a good run.
Yeah.
What is up to the fine gentlemen in the chat? What are y'all carrying tonight? As always, we'll just give a brief note that if you are watching this ahead of the live stream, go ahead and skip ahead about 15 minutes to get to the review of the knife tonight.
Yeah, just skip over us being us.
We're just being us. It's what we do.
Look, if you want to hang out, that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you're here for a review... Oh, boy. How do
you what?
Well, you know what? I'm not even going to try. I was going to open your guys' photos somehow without looking at them in different tabs, but I don't think I could do that, so I'm just going to show what I'm carrying in the meantime.
Yeah, we can start with that, I suppose.
Real Steel Ippon. I realized I can unmirror. Yeah, that logo is actually readable now on my webcam. Yeah. So this is a model that got discontinued last year, middle of last year, late last year, something like that. I can understand why. This is a very strange top flipper. It's very weird.
Yeah, it is.
I like it though. It's vaguely Higo-esque, kinda. Straight handles, tapering blade. It's fun. It's fun. I suppose I should show the photo on the main screen there. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
Quick shout out to Ben joining us. He made it back in time to watch us after a 5-day camping trip. So hell yeah.
Nice.
Good. Paul and I went out for a day hike this
indeed
fine day. Left early, got back a little later than we thought we were going to, but
that's hiking.
Yeah, it's also like sledding down toboggany, snowy hills.
I was gonna say
I had to swim up a hill at one point.
That sounds about right.
Yep. It went about as well as you would expect swimming up a hill to go.
Yeah, I was the first one. That's so terrible. I'm going to skip over it. I went first up the hill, and there was just one set of tracks. And I didn't know what had happened behind me until we got to the top of the hill and had so much, and then came back down. And the massacre that I saw of
my boy.
Like there was a single set of foot trips when I went through here, and it's
I changed that. I altered the reality of that place.
You ate shit repeatedly, is what I'm hearing.
No, I literally could not get traction, so I had to army crawl through an area.
But Ben, hope you had a good time. It was decent weather for it, so in
it was really nice.
Very glad to hear.
Infinite talks about an M390 mini grip, and is it actually an M390 mini grip, or is it a 20CV mini grip?
This is the question we all have. He also totally blew a tire and tripped coming up the stairs just now. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Blowing a tire? Is that like sliding your own sock off?
Yeah. A sandal exploded. There was a soft shoulder. He blew out.
Something's getting blown out.
Anyway, yeah.
So, pictures that I'm not supposed to look at, you say?
Yeah. I don't know. Do you want to go first, Paul? Or do I want to go first here? What's that?
So I can go first if you want.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we got there, Paul?
Well, we found something in the woods.
Oh no.
It was a chupacabra.
It's almost as ridiculous. It really is. Yeah.
It really is.
And just kept on popping up all day long. It's
weird. We found these tactical tweezers, these tack and tweez in the woods.
You thought, yeah, okay. Oh. How do you like them?
So yeah, they're interesting. They really, really are. Yeah, it's.
I mean, this is fun.
Look, I've never not wanted OTF tweezers before.
So yeah, on the last Wii and Civivi order that just rolled through the cutting edge, yeah, brand new fun stuff to play with. The tack and tweeze was something that trickled out into the woods with us, and crawled across Paul's Trailmaster there pretty nicely. And then if you move on to my picture as well, I mean, we might as well keep this train rolling.
Did I lose sound?
Nope, I don't think so. I can hear you.
You're still good? I can hear you.
I may have lost.
Oh.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's odd. Well,
And have you got
somehow muted?
And just everyone, how's everyone's audio? Can comments check in?
I just sent a chat to Paul here because I just told him we can hear him. He's not muted. So he may need to
you can hear me, but I can't hear you. That's weird.
Okay. And everyone in chat is saying audio's all good on their end as well. Paul can just suck it. So
apparently. Because there's no way for me.
I missed that one. Open up.
So cool. I can continue to insult him. It's more fun when I see his like face of like getting the burn.
It's better when you see the pain of the recognition hit.
Of course. He's just sitting here frozen like he is right now because we've lost Paul.
I think I can hear him. I think he's checking messages. I'm going to try muting him. And I'm asking him to unmute. So hopefully that does something.
What about now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, and I still can't hear you.
What?
And you're still frozen, by the way.
I might just leave and come back.
You're back. You're live. There you go.
But the audio is still messed up, I think, for him.
Because
yeah. Well, we're going to try and do that then, I guess. I don't know if... Okay, cool. And then he has the link to rejoin, so...
We warned him, man. Just dozing off before we were going live. We told him we were going to boot his ass. That's what happens. Although this two-person on a Zoom conference, I'm not used to that. Like, even with my family, there's like way more of us in there than two. It's just strangely intimate there, Joe. It's
a little bit odd,
You could put my picture up at the same time while you're doing that, if you can multitask, but I don't want to rush it. That's it.
I can put your photo up now if that's easier. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about that in the meantime, because he knows what it is, right?
He does. It would be better if he was live, so I was hoping you could get him in
Oh,
here with
okay.
it, because it's much better. If
Well, I won't take a close look at it then. We'll try and get him in. Well, he's seen it. My phone is vibrating. He better not be trying to text me. No. Okay, good. It's not him. He should be able to rejoin right away. I'm not sure what the delay is here.
good times. That sucks. So, yeah, tack and tweeze. You say.
Yeah, so weird product. Trizrola? Really? I I mean, being a knife maker, he's probably got his share of splinters in his hands. So I mean, this kind of makes sense. It's for a him type of project thing, but for a broad market, I really didn't think it would have that much appeal.
We were really trying to figure out the market that it appeals to, for sure, right? So are you trying to sort shit out with Paul there, or?
I was trying, but I can't get a response yet out of him.
So. Dick Richards and Zinks, thanks for joining us here. We're just sorting out some troubleshooting, some glitchy. Paul just doesn't want to come back, man. He's just over the deep edge. He's gone too far out.
Says exile.ca is active now, but he hasn't seen my message. That's cool.
Fun.
I wonder if his phone is just eating shit right now. It might be that type of situation.
Resetting phones and such. Hopefully
It
not. Hopefully it gets back in it. So yeah, you might as well continue on if we're at kind of a hiatus.
Yeah, but there's your photo.
Yeah. Okay. And if you zoom in nice and close to that photo, because it's my beautiful new Contour 3D handle on the Guardian. And
sure is.
We stopped for coffee, but you will also notice that there's a tack and tweeze sitting. So, I mean, it was jumping all over the forest, in and out of the trees, crawling on Trail Masters, almost got my coffee.
Is that so? That's the same tack and tweeze.
So I don't know if you remember, but you were the only one that actually defended the tack and tweeze.
Yes.
When it came out, and both Paul and I horrendously ridiculed you for a tack and tweeze.
Absolutely.
So we really hope that you like that tack and tweeze, Joe, because that's your tack and tweeze. So.
Oh, good God.
And again, I wanted Paul to be here for that because...
Oh, well, he's joining now, so he'll...
Okay.
That's funny. I'll save my reaction for when he actually gets in chat here. Oh, man.
And Dick Richards' custom left-handed scales, they're not symmetrical. I just bought 2 lefty ones and milled the one side down, so... No, of course.
That's awful. I hate that. Well, he's connecting to audio.
Hopefully he connects to audio. How's the connecting to audio? Oh, it's thinking about connecting to audio now.
Oh,
there we go.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Everyone can hear everyone? Good Lord. That was rough.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
I was going to say, that was a full reset.
Okay.
That's what we thought, resetting phones, yeah.
So...
Yes, shut the bed.
I did break it to Joe just because I was trying to delay, and I did ask him if he enjoyed the tack and tweeze because that's his tack and tweeze. So
yeah.
That's hilarious.
So it'll be in the shop there for you tomorrow or Tuesday or wherever. Yeah.
That is hilarious. Thank you. The worst part is that's going to get added to my EDC immediately, and I'm probably going to end up using it for stupid shit. So,
well, I should mention, it does come with a nice little leather slip as well.
Oh, really? Oh, that's nice.
And an O-ring, so you can throw it on a set of keys or something like that if you wanted to.
I was thinking, I'm like, is that going to go on my key ring, or is it just going to get slipped next to my friction folder? Like, where's that going to go? I think if it comes with a slip, it's just going to go in the pocket. We'll see. We'll see.
Got to get all those nose hairs.
Well, just a couple few. Honestly, it's probably going to see a lot of use holding screws in awkward positions while I'm bracing with the bit driver. I actually have a pair of really long tweezers from when I was doing my jewelry courses at ACAD, and they get used quite frequently for that. Those look like they'd be heavy duty enough and thick enough stems that I could do the same kind of work.
We were making jokes today about sliding off a mountain hillside and catching yourself with the tack and tweeze.
That's awesome.
The grip strength is spectacular. It's
unparalleled. Oh, that is fantastic.
Good times. So yeah, it wasn't really the focus. What's that? Sorry, Paul?
I said it finally happened. I don't know if Joe was in on the joke, but me and Dennis have been talking about the fact that when these things come out, we're buying them for since the Wii knife ones were announced.
Yep.
And very much to give to you.
Yeah.
And now, after you said they will immediately go into your EDC rotation, my next thought is how much ridiculous gear can we get Joe to carry?
Look,
place your bids in the comments. I want silent auction of 6, 8, 9. How many things can I think we can add on here before Joe's like, wait a second.
This is too much shit. Look,
I'm on to you guys. I know you said it in front of me and everything, but
how many knives do I normally carry to work? I feel like these are going to become part of the permanent rotation here. Oh boy. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Thank you both. That's horrible. I love it.
And to those people who skipped 15 minutes ahead, we meant 20. Come on. There was a lag tonight.
It's all good. I bet you were happily surprised. That being said, we probably should get into the review.
Nah.
I mean, we don't have to, but that'd be pretty mean bait and switch. Also, probably not great for algorithmic good times.
Indeed. And so, on that note, Bestech Keen 2.
Yes.
Keen play.
Yeah. What flavor of Keen?
Dos.
Twice.
2 flavors of Keen? No, it's carbon fiber. What's 2? I don't understand.
Well, there's carbon fiber and there's titanium. It's 2 flavors.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any other variations. I literally have not checked to see what other variations.
Good lord, dude! There's 6 types of Keens on the market right now.
That's hilarious. Well, I know there's other Keens, but Keen 2 specifically.
That's correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 2
carbon fiber variations and 4 G10 variations. You son of a bitch! You call yourself a reviewer? Good lord!
Look, I rely on you for these things. That's my excuse.
Up until about 4 minutes before airing, I was going to call this a Laconico design, and it's not. It's a Cohen's Craft design. So I'm glad I could learn some things before we went live too. But because I totally would have called it a Laconico design.
Oh.
Yes. It's not. It's not a Laconico design.
Hello, friends.
I think we got the nicest version.
There's a marbled carbon fiber as well. But with the contouring that this thing has, I kind of figured the standard CF was gonna be poppy enough, right? So
I gotta be honest, these 2 photos look really similar. What's the difference?
Yeah, I think they cut and paste them, and you can't actually see what the marbled one looks like until you buy it.
Oh, that sucks. Because it does say marbled carbon fiber, but
for the record, it still says coming soon on Even Blade HQ's website, so you can't actually see because they don't even have it yet. Thanks, Cutting Edge. Go to cuttingedgecutleryco.com for a Keen 2 if you're looking for it. Yeah,
Yes.
shameless plug halfway through the night. Why not? I'll do it.
Buy them all. Buy them all
Well,
so Joe can't.
Pretty much, like, please. Okay, of all the Bestech stuff that came in that was high end and nicely machined, this was the one where I picked it up. It was like, oh shit, I really want this thing. And that's not just because it's kind of a monstrous knife for what it is. The Dragonfly comparison here, a mainstay though it is, I don't think it really illustrates just how big this knife is. But Dennis did take another picture here.
My irrelevant size description. Yeah.
Yeah.
Comparison. Sorry, Jesus.
So that is that Paul's ZT?
No, that's just
Okay.
ZT.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's as big as the full size Sinkovich. That's impressive.
So, what's also noticeable? That's a full size Crooked River.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a mini Crooked River.
It looks so dainty.
That is
so small.
Full size Crooked River that looks like this wee goddamn knife.
I was gonna ask because I wasn't sure. Oh God.
So I thought about after I took the photo or whatever, I thought I should have put a mini in there just to like make everyone realize that like even a full size Crooked River makes like it looks small compared to a Keen 2 sitting there. And even the Sinkovich is like, holy cow, that is a hell of a lot of knife. Anyway.
Yeah. That is substantial. While we're on the topic of comparisons, I actually took a picture next to Paul's ZT. That's why I was asking. But I also had my Vero up. And the Vero's not exactly a small knife either. Like, oh, I don't have my military here.
And I knew you were going to get a Vero comparison because the clip pointy is very similar. Yeah.
Also made by Bestech. And one I didn't think about, but probably should have done was also the large Savenza. So large Savenza with the Vero, and then you could see the Vero next to the Keen. Suffice to say, it's a big knife.
Well, so they do some nice millimeter, centimeter measurements on Bestech's website, but I do have some Imperial conversions, 9.8 inches overall, 4.2 inch blade. S35 for the blade steel. What else we got? Weight. What's my weight? Where's the weight? God damn it. It doesn't have a weight?
151 grams.
That's silly. That's a quarter pound. So
I was gonna say
which is like 4.
That's 5. It's 5.32 ounces apparently.
Okay.
Which is a little heavy for the size, maybe, but doesn't feel that way holding it. For how broad of a blade that is.
Gigantic. It doesn't feel so bad for.
Yeah. That's right, 4mm stock thickness. So, and big point of comparison that is really hard to photograph: the grind angle. This is one reason why I like wide blades like this, because even if you have thick stock, well, relatively thick stock, you can bring it down to a fairly keen edge regardless. Fairly keen edge. I didn't even intend that. The Keen does come down to a pretty nice edge, though. It's substantially better than what you would find on the ZT Sinkovich, although argument to be made for strength, durability, if you're going to be using it as a tactical knife, perhaps.
Yeah, it's a bit of a chunk, but yeah, it does come down to a decent grind. I don't know if it's quite as thin as your Vero because it does leave some solid stock thickness for that fuller thing going on.
The Vero, you can kind of see it in this photo. It does have a bit of a flat. It's really hard to tell, but it's a little bit of a steeper grind still, though, than the Vero. Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it a little bit there.
Yeah.
Speaking on that fuller, though, it flicks from that fuller real nice.
Here's a close-up there. Yeah, that fuller surprisingly useful for opening, at least from reverse flicking.
And we haven't mentioned yet either 350 directly off of Bestech's website. That's so American 350.
Yeah. S35 titanium carbon fiber. It's not a bad price.
So, and especially with a knife this big, it was kind of a smart move to go with the S35 instead of an M390 kind of option, just so
Yeah.
it wouldn't go crazy as far as a price point goes.
Crazy as far as price point, but honestly, I think use case for a knife this big, and I think S35 makes a little bit more sense.
Potentially a little more toughness.
Yeah.
Because Lord knows this would probably be a 425, 450 knife if they were throwing an M390 variant out there. So just with how much is there, right? So, yeah, it's, I don't know what to say. It's a hell of a knife. It's big. It's big as hell. It's right hand only. So suck it, all y'all.
Yeah, that does kind of suck, doesn't it?
That's just Bestech. Bestech doesn't do any. Like, I was looking at their budget shit. There's like one knife, I think, that has a right hand carry or a left hand carry option, but whatever.
Okay. They have decided on your irrelevance. There we go.
Got an angle of
irreverence.
I was.
No.
Awful. Something I was trying to show off to the camera here is the curvature. Bestech really likes to. This is hard with my camera not mirrored, but they really like their contoured handles. At least on the higher end stuff, they tend to. It really helps this thing feel comfortable in the hand. The pocket clip is sculpted extremely well. So I don't know about you guys, but even though it was a fairly long clip for the lock bar side, I didn't really get any major hotspot off of it. I didn't feel uncomfortable really going.
I like that clip a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't try it in pocket. I'm not sure about tension. Joe might be able to.
No. Tension
was a quick shout out to a new member in chat here, OG Red High Tops. What is up? What are y'all carrying?
The Bestech Tagoda is by far the best action. Shouldn't say it. I'm not sure what the Tagoda is, but Bestech's got some weird stuff. They have the pretty good action. I will say, so far, I've kind of leaned towards Wii knives as being some of the nicer action things I've played with on production level so far, but Bestech's got some good poppy stuff.
The Bestech's Ivy pops pretty good. Just saying.
It does. So these are the different versions of the Tagoda that are out there. Just briefly.
Oh yeah,
it's a funky thing.
Some of these look fancy as shit. Goddamn.
Very
nice. Yeah.
Keen too. Any cons?
It's big as shit.
Yeah, the biggest pro is probably the biggest con. It is.
Yeah.
It's big as fuck. So for the record, the only way I talked myself out of buying the Keen 2 was like, well, you already have the Vero isotope, and the blades are extremely similar to each other in terms of like actual cutting length. And I will say that this knife I can get away with doing small knife tasks with, but it's not the most comfortable thing in the world to do. I think it would be even worse with the Keen 2. Partially because you don't have this nice flat area that you can get real close to the blade with if you wanted to. You can choke up right next to it. This, there is room to put your finger, but not a ton. Dennis actually had an in-hand shot here that would make sense for what we're talking about now. Yeah, so if you see, relative to his finger, to that kind of choily area, nope, not great. Now, this isn't a big knife meant to do small knife tasks, I don't think. I think this is just a big, kind of fancy tactical knife. It's made to do big fancy tactical things, I think. It's I don't know that its size is necessarily a problem, but you are very much limited by its size, I think, in some cases.
Keen in one hand, tack and tweeze in the offhand. You're set for the day.
Yeah, they're totally complementary tools. It makes sense to pair them together.
How else are you going to catch blades, but if not the tack and tweeze? I'm sorry, Joe. I see a genuine disappointment in your face.
I want to go home, but I am home, so it's one of those. I wanted to grab a military here for an example, but I don't know where it went. So
I was going to say, well, Joe falls over backwards in his chair. I'm not sure where you went there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. For me, this is definitely like bang for your buck if you're into a larger folder and you like a nice quality loadout. Like, yeah, but it's just too much knife.
You can very easily pay more for a similar thing, quite honestly.
Yeah. And as much as I'd love to say, oh, American manufacturing and all that, I mean,
100%.
Political argument aside, the actual quality of the machining itself is pretty close. It's pretty close, and in some ways, I think the Bestech does it a little bit better. There are some stylistic differences. Like, I don't think. Sorry, Paul, were you trying to say something about it, or?
No, I'm just showing off my the
yeah, good shit. Yeah, Paul did. Paul did a nice job, a nice ammo job. That's the thing too. I think that this is something that I don't know how often comes up for people, but titanium, you should be anodizing that shit. You should be modifying it. You should do cool stuff with it. And I think the Keen would look awesome with a nice purple lock bar, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, you could do some things.
Yeah. Drawbacks aside from holy crap, it's a huge knife. It is righty only, but this is a common thing we've bitched about how many times now. The lanyard hole does kind of supersede the pocket clip a little bit if that's something you care about. Normally, I don't care about lanyards on a knife, but maybe when it's this size.
Just out of curiosity, because it kind of looks like it does have it, is the lock bar insert also an over travel? Because in the one picture,
I think it is.
Kind of looks like it does have that as well. So again, another feature that they've kind of thrown in there.
Yes. So when you're looking at the lock bar here, you can see there is a. Oh, we lost Paul again.
That'll teach him.
There you go. That'll learn him. But yeah, there is a lock bar over travel stop there. I keep calling these lock bar stabilizers, and I feel like on a not too recent episode we talked about the differences, but that is absolutely a over travel stop that they have right there.
Paul is now in the chats crying, so that's just because he wanted to get a quick micro nap in here in between.
Yeah.
So hopefully, again, we'll get that sorted out. Yeah, pretty good shot of the detent cup there, right next to the billboarding, on the steel blade. But
so it's oh whoa! I was trying not to have that fly all over the place.
Well, you failed.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you. It does look kind of rough in this photo, but obviously we're quite zoomed in. And I think part of that, honestly, is just gunk that's kind of gotten trapped as you open and close the knife. As you can see, it's starting to wear a little bit of a track. I'm pretty sure Bestech is using ceramic detents. Fairly certain they're running ceramic detents on these guys. I don't know if they actually... No, the word ceramic doesn't ping on their page for the knife.
No, I don't know if I've been able to find that info anywhere, but yeah.
But yeah, it's a reasonably crisp detent. I would like it to be a little bit harder, but that's not the end of the world.
So what I was actually commenting on, like how we style detent or versus a Bestech is actually like probably the preference between what I like in a detent versus what Joe likes in a detent. It's the Wii and the Civi, a little snappy, a little poppy, a little loaded up before it gives. Whereas Bestech, it's can be at least a little bit on the softer side for some of their stuff, which I'm okay with more so than Joe. But
yeah.
Are you done crying in the corner? He's not. He just left. Are you done? Are you done?
I think I'm here.
Okay. Yeah.
You're looking weird now.
I think we're okay. At least our end is okay. I don't know about you.
Are we okay?
Are we ever really okay past a certain point? I mean, at that point, anyway. Yeah, I don't think this Oh, pinning the lock bar shut. You can do it. It's a little harder to do than, say, on an early ZT, but you can do it.
I think the other thing with this as well, as far as pinning a lock bar, is because we were talking about it being a wider knife, a longer knife. It's not like a 450 or a 452 where it's a skinnier handle. It's harder for you to stay clear of. There's a lot of real estate on this.
To stay off the bar.
Yeah, for sure. So
yeah.
I will make one comment, and it's one of the reasons I used a size comparison with the Crooked River itself, too, is in hand, the blade position where that kind of the jimping on the handle as well as where the finger choil sits is very reminiscent of where you put your hand on a Crooked River as well. Like it's got that kind of same vibe to it, right?
And I do believe I have a close-up of the jimps right there. Yeah.
The jimps.
Oh, they were there we go. Good about putting that nice sharpening choil where the thumb stud was and kind of clearing that out as far as real estate, but that might be part of what Joe talks about, the disconnect as far as detail work goes, right? So you had to put that all the way back, Spyderco styles. But I think Bestech is a little more forgiving when it comes to understanding like resharpening and things like that, right? So.
Yes, and honestly, I think stylistically, this makes more sense the way that the choil is spaced and the fact that you can't get all that close up to the edge. Again, I don't know. It's okay to have pocket knives that can't do everything. It's okay to specialize a little bit in one particular area.
But all the wood whittling that you do, Joe, all the wood whittling
with your 4-inch folding Bowie, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cut the hell out of a sandwich if you needed it too. That's for sure.
You want to hear something stupid? You know what I used my Provoke for the other day? The first time I actually used it for anything when I needed something like this was peeling all the carrots and potatoes for Thanksgiving dinner, and it was the best peeler I've used. That wasn't just actually a peeler. So.
All right,
fantastic. This and the Cold Steel Steel Tiger. I think the Steel Tiger is the big fixed blade. Both of them were fantastic. It was awesome, and that was the first time I used that knife for anything productive. So there you go.
Did you just like scrape at 90 degrees to the carrot skin, or what did you do with it?
No. I actually
just threatened. He just threatened them with it.
See, the blade is chisel ground, but the edge is V ground, so it worked out super great. It surprised me, but I was like, I have a thumb knife for this.
So, you just looked menacing at it until the carrots peeled themselves.
100%. I would like to actually comment on one thing, and it's actually on this picture, and I noticed it while I was playing with it and forgot about it until right now when this picture is randomly up while you guys are talking about a goddamn Provoke. So Keen 2, check out the thumb stud, kind of weird with stepped, but then recess stepped as well. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on there. Was this like a tribute to like the sewer tubes in Mario? Potentially.
Oh, I hope so. I hope so.
No, it's not. But
because that was great.
It also reminds me of the stabbing robot from Futurama. His eyes.
Oh, a little bit. Roberto or whatever. Yeah.
Roberto's eyes. Yeah.
But it is an odd choice for a thumb stud, where it has like stepping, but then it's also like recessed.
Yes, but both slowly wheeling this thing out by the top of the thumb stud and then flicking it from the underside, both are very comfortable. It's a really nice thumb stud to use.
That's an advanced move. Flicking it from the underside.
You can also wave it off your pocket if you're not being terribly careful. Now, that being said, the contouring on the handle is enough where it's not really a concern. But I did manage to do it once or twice. I'm like, okay, that's...
It wouldn't surprise me if the waving abilities were intended. And that little bit of recess catches the pocket a little bit more.
Possibly.
I'd like to make a disclaimer to wave responsibly, please.
Dude, yeah, don't cut the crap out of your thigh, please. Or
any
other
portals.
Part of your body.
Portals is the right word, but sewers is Ninja Turtles. I don't care. I'll go with whatever.
Yeah, all right. I will say I'm happy to see the level of chamfering that's gone on the inside of the interior corners of these handles. That's a step that even Civivi and we miss from time to time, and I'm happy to see that, at least on this model, it was done properly. So if you really got this thing in a Gorilla Grip, you're not pinching your hand necessarily. And to be clear, it doesn't have to be a huge chamfer like this. It could be a little bit of rounding. It could be just, but that edge usually it should be broken, and when it's not, you notice it at the worst time.
I'm almost afraid to ask Joe to show me his Gorilla Grip.
Not on stream. Not on this stream.
Yeah,
it's the same as his Kung Fu grip, and you don't want to know.
Pandas?
Pandas are absolutely involved.
Yeah, I actually just recently got a comment about the chamfering thing, about even like on a Spyderco Shaman, the inside of the G10 being like on the inside of the handle being somewhat rough. And yeah, when you Gorilla Grip, as it was called.
I mean, sometimes you got a Gorilla Grip. Sometimes you can't say it, but you got to do it.
Hopefully in the privacy of your own home, but you do what you need to.
To be clear, I did talk to that particular regular today. I did get to feel the before and after because he left one of the edges unchamfered. It actually is a significant difference. I think it's a good mod to do. I don't think there's anything I would want to modify out of the box that isn't purely aesthetic on this knife, though. Like, talking about anodizing it is one thing, but what about you?
What's your favorite features?
The favorite features?
I want your favorite feature. I want Dennis's favorite feature. I'm just curious as to.
Okay. If Dennis knows offhand, because I'm gonna have to think about this for a half second here.
Okay, so I'm somewhat least favorite-y about the fuller, and I like some fullers on some things, but I don't know about the whole like maybe a little bit of like rusting, pitting, something as far as not being able to clean it out properly and stuff, right? So
yeah.
I am a fan of fullers. Put them on everything.
There. Why have one when you can have three?
Yeah.
These things collect crud like nobody's business. It's horrible. I love it.
That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
You're a crud collector.
But I mean, it's a clip point. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So, a favorite thing would probably be blade shape because I like a clip point. Yeah. So,
is it? It almost feels like a cop-out answer to say the profile of the knife is my favorite feature, but it kind of is, honestly. Like,
all right.
If you gave me a fixed blade...
Apparently I'm the weird one here.
Okay. What's your favorite feature, then?
The pocket clip. It's phenomenal.
Well, it is phenomenal. It is awesome. That picture I just pulled up of the ramp on this clip, that is actually something I didn't talk about earlier, but Paul, tell us why this pocket clip is just fucking excellent.
It just zoots right into your pocket, like, every time.
Yeah.
There's no question. You just put it in your pocket, and it's there. It's ready and willing, and it is the closest pocket clip to my Artisan Centurion clip, which we've talked about in the past being one of the best clips that we've experienced, at least me and Joe.
Yes, I will back that up because damn, this clip, both his Centurion and the Keen's clip here are contoured just as the handles are. The comfort in hand, that particular clip is awesome. And I know a lot of guys complain about longer clips because they don't like feeling them in their hand when they grip the knife, but I think when the clip is this well contoured, it just doesn't matter. It just feels like another part of the handle, doesn't get in the way. And the clip is perfectly symmetrical, so why didn't they leave a pocket for lefties? Ugh.
You know why.
Because they hate him.
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I do enjoy the milling on that clip, and even the contrast of the stonewashed titanium handle. It was the last picture that you had just brought up, yeah.
Yeah, the some reviewers, I forget who I had heard use this phrase, but like micro milling or micro texture that they purposefully added whenever this type of texture shows up. It's not, honestly, I don't think that's really purposeful. It's not shatter, it's just the way that the machine, it's just the finish that the mill leaves. And I'm perfectly fine with it.
I'm here for it.
It looks cool. It doesn't feel bad on the hand. It feels good. Man, I'm really struggling. I want to find something at least to say, a reason why you may not want to consider this knife. But honestly, if you're looking at knives this big, um, despite having a 4 millimeter thick blade stock, it's comfortable in the pocket. It's
Can you
comfortable
go
in the
back
hand.
to that last picture for a second? And while you're doing that, sorry,
No,
OG red high tops, carbon on fiber on one side, TI on the other, mismatched scales. Back in the day, we had a gentleman that was really against mismatched scales as part of our crew. Yeah, way more so than the rest of us. I know whenever I can get something that's symmetrical, I have a preference. The
Oh,
full TI
yeah.
version of this would be badass, but
Oh,
Yeah.
I would probably substantially overpay for a full tie version.
and then you can put that because you haven't seen Joe the other variations of the Keen 2. It's all the snakeskinny G10 shit that they're using.
Yeah, I didn't look at.
And
Honestly,
I'm just
I
saying,
don't
if
know.
they use those as inlays and did the snakeskin G10
Okay.
as an inlay onto TI,
Yes, if they were going to do an inlay or an onlay, and yes, that would be preferable.
potentially a through lay, or maybe a green taco with G10 snakeskin on as the taco.
You know what? That's fine.
Everyone's doing it.
All the cool kids are
I
doing
mean,
it.
everyone can have a normal green taco. You got a
Oh.
speckled green taco. Now you're talking.
Gonna
See ya,
That's
doctor.
one step ahead. One step ahead.
Paul may not be the only
Speckled
one that
green
loses
taco.
lunch here. Yeah.
So that lanyard hole is
Sorry, Ed.
There-
When you went back one picture, we were distracted there. But
Yes.
is one of those a safety torque?
No, it's just an
Looked
odd
like it.
reflection.
Okay. Because straight up, like one of them looks like a normal T6 and one of them looks like a safety.
I don't know if you
Oh,
heard
it's not.
Mr.
Okay.
Dog barking out there, but holy crap.
it used to be a safety. They just broke off the post. It's fine.
Yeah, and one of them just looks badly milled. Couple
Okay,
of them look
but to be
somewhat
real,
badly
the
milled.
only knife that I have that actually has a safety torx anywhere on it, I'm pretty sure is the little Higo. Yeah, literally the only one in my entire collection, and will probably remain the only one in my entire collection that has a fucking safety torx.
Anyway,
To be
it threw
fair,
me
I've
there.
never had to
Don't
address
you
it.
feel safer?
But this is what Dennis is talking about, like that little post. Yeah.
Joe?
What's that?
Do you not feel safer?
The knife makes you feel safe, obviously.
No.
That's
No. For all you
but
at
the
home.
Bug Bunny meme. I get it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, other last point, interesting note, something that we can take away before some final thoughts about this whole damn thing.
Yeah, any other highlights? They did some interior milling on the lock bar side, so that's kind of cool. I got a photo of it here that's terribly overexposed, but that was about the only way to show it off.
Hello.
Yeah, it was excessive.
That's one hell of a pocket.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's one towards the other end as well. That isn't as overexposed. So they have two big old pockets in the titanium. So they tried to make it more lightweight, guys. It's just a big fucking knife.
I don't think 5 ounces for a knife this big is that bad.
No.
It's still,
And for a
it's
knife
still
that
less than a 110.
for a knife that broad too.
Yeah.
5.3 ounce?
Something like that. Yeah.
They should come out with a copper scaled version.
Jesus. Man, I'm kind of sick.
It can
of
be
copper
like the
scales
Natrix
on,
where it's got a copper lock on it too.
There you go.
I thought you were talking about like a case copper lock, and I'm like, what the hell is this conversation going?
Was it a subframe on the copper Natrix?
I think so.
But in copper? Because,
We'll take a brief detour here.
it doesn't have to be. But
the lock bar was steel from this Amazon listing, it looks like.
CJLA is asking if the hole that's milled into the handle scale is large enough to store a smaller knife inside, like a knife version of Russian nesting dolls.
If you just took like one of the disposable razor blades from the Havalon kits, yeah, you could probably fit a blade in there. Maybe might be a little
bit
small.
of tape, hold it in.
Yeah, but then you
get
have
a bug out bag in your knife.
Awful.
No. do better. I expect better from both you and CJ.
Anything else? Anything else noteworthy to bring up about this thing before we do final thoughts?
Oh yeah. Interesting thing about why it's coming soon on almost everywhere, including like Blade HQ, which had some Imperial measurements that I stole earlier, but you can't really find it anywhere. White Mountain Knives, apparently American retailer that has the Keen 2 out of all the different retailers down in the States. White Mountain.
Got an exclusive to it, did they?
And those guys keep popping up. Yeah, something. And I mean, there was only supposed to be one Canadian dealer, but that didn't work out so well. So
we changed our mind on that.
But yeah, anyway, it's interesting that we were able to get the Keen 2s, and there's only one place in the US that you really can track them down, right? So
yeah, it's very interesting.
It is interesting.
See, straight gangster, double knife. See? You can do a needle and thread and make it a survival kit. It's good.
Oh, I get it. Double knife, talking about the two knives in one.
Yeah. The dumb.
Okay, I caught back up. I got back up.
Oh, but yeah, no, so unsurprisingly to anybody, I like that kind of thing because I have that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
I'm into it.
Big clip point folders with like 4-inch blades and really well finished handles and blade, and yeah, like, the only reason I think you shouldn't
talk out there.
Yeah,
they make a great box cutter. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's fair. I don't know. The only reason why you shouldn't buy this knife is if you don't want to spend that much money, or if you don't like big knives. It's a really nicely made big knife. There's been this trend in the knife industry for the past little while where mid-size and small knives have been like really, really, really prominent, and then there's been a couple of good options as far as big folders. So I don't know. I like larger knives. I'm happy to see if these are available, that they're out there.
We got your state laws right here, 4.2-inch blade.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
For Texas, it's fun.
Yeah. I think that pretty much sums us up here. I think all of us can agree that pretty damn nice knife, pretty decent price, not much to complain about except when you're left-handed.
Yeah, well, have you tried not?
I have. I've like literally like forcibly broken my left hand multiple times and put myself into a right-handed situation, and yet still we keep on coming back to the same old story.
It's a disease.
Yeah,
it's terminal, unfortunately.
It's terminal.
I think one of the biggest issues is that I break my right arm equally as much as my left arm.
I think that's a Dennis issue, not a Keen issue, but
it's a
funny.
Bestech issue. God damn it! It's for nothing else. Think about the righties when they break their arm. Come on. That's the card you have to play to get like it.
This doesn't have a lefty position. Think of the righties.
Think of the righties. That's going to be my platform to get left-handed pocket clips done.
All 90% of them. Good God. I rate this monstrous thing 1.5 colds out of a steel. It's not quite beefy enough to be a cold steel knife, but I think you'll have just about as much fun with it.
It's kind of a bougie cold steel in spirit, at the very least.
Have you seen some of the vintage highlights? Oh.
Touche.
Oh. Just way of
Also, no, I have
pictures.
not.
I'll have to look up some pictures for you later. They're tasty. Anyway,
Delectable. All right. Are we rating this bad boy?
We are.
you know what you want to give it?
Oh, I just wanted to say that I'm pretty keen on it.
It's terrible. That's a terrible thing, and you should be ashamed of yourself. As should Joe for using that reference earlier and then you stealing it. And both of them were bad. Don't get me wrong.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I didn't mean to make it until it had already been made.
No, I definitely did it intentionally.
Paul totally meant to do that.
Yeah.
Look, if you can't have a broken skull, you may as well have a keen knife.
Yeah, you want to make sure it's sharp.
Heck yeah.
So, I'm going to have to rate this thing. I'm going to say it's going to be a green racer snake fighting.
Quick shout out to CJ.
No.
Have a good night.
No, I won't shout out. No, have a good night, CJ.
Hey,
First
leave
of
it.
all, rude.
Date night. Come on, it's allowed.
All right, yeah. Against a speckled king snake, because that's a blue speckled snake and a green speckled snake, and when you look at the G10 things, they look like speckled snakes. So, I'm gonna name it 4 speckled snakes trying to kill each other.
There was a Blade Forums thread recently, which is the best knife to lop heads of snakes off of with, I think, was it? Or best to behead a snake with. I might toss this one into the ring just to stir the pot.
I mean, it probably would do it.
Yeah, but I don't feel that comfortable getting that close to a snake.
Don't stir pots of snakes with your knife, Joe. That's a bad idea.
Just a snake on the end of my knife going into a pot. Okay.
You can't stop me.
No.
All right, that was a weak sauce rating, but it's the best I got. So
it's all right.
I give it. I don't know. 562. What am I talking about? 452.
562. It's not even the right knife.
No, that's a different thing.
Oh, all right.
The Hinderer comes out of nowhere and steals the show.
Oh, Hinderer out of nowhere.
Look, if this thing had a slicer grind,
I'll jig my shitty ass Hinderer out right now.
I don't think I'd like this with a slicer grind, I gotta be honest. The clip point's where it's at. Don't mess with it.
Off the top rope, Hinderer out of nowhere. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
That's too funny.
They should make it glow the dark.
All right, that sums us up.
Doesn't belong
Overall,
in everything. Don't at me.
Pretty banging. If you don't want a big knife from Cold Steel, buy it here instead. Actually, buy it at Cutting Edge Cutlery Co. because we got this one. It's surprising.
Hey.
Fantastic.
Buy them so that I can't, because God damn it, I really want to.
Yeah, buy it. I'm sick of giving shit away to these guys. No, just kidding.
Fantastic.
All right. Got some time for some rando?
We do.
I think so.
I did get that email from you just now, so
I think Paul had 1 or 2 things. I don't know if he had them ready or not, but we had been talking about a couple of rando things.
Yeah, I do have. I can do rando things without doing rando things, I think.
Okay.
Well, this one was interesting. I don't know if you've got the first image that comes up, but I got a rando thing to throw out there.
Yes. The one with the text in it?
No, the one with just the picture.
Just the picture of the knife? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me grab some things. There we go. Want to just toss it up?
Yeah. So
Bang.
Buck has been doing some interesting things for a while, and whether we like them or dislike them or a finished product or whatever it may be, the interesting directions on what they're going. The buck of the month stuff, the like limited editions, the collector type of stuff. And then they've got this new thing that they've just come out with that did you put the picture up? I don't see a picture.
Oh, did that happen again? Sorry, my software updated.
You said bam, and then I'm like trying to kill some time so people can see the goddamn picture.
No, it's up now. It's literally up now. That's funny.
There it is.
Okay, so you'll notice it says Project Stealth on it.
I do know about these things.
Do you? Yeah.
I do.
So apparently there's some sort of like email list, something that are an email blast you can be made aware of when top secret somethings come out. And then they sell out to top secret somethings. So when they made a MagnaCut Buck 110 and did a secret something and just emailed everyone, and everyone just bought them, and then they were sold out. So I think the next text is like just this like social media blast from Buck's accounts.
Yes, there's two different photos of the text here. Are they the same?
Slightly different text, slightly different post, but they just talk about, all right, there's a stealth project. Thanks for being part of. Like, comment, let us know, blah, blah, blah. And I think one was slightly before and one was slightly after. Yeah, so.
I just bounce back and forth between them there, but
yeah.
Okay. Pretty cool.
Stealth run number 001 is what, yeah. So I don't know much more about the stealth runs and what else is planned on stealth runs.
Am I hearing a Paul Boss heat-treated MagnaCut? Is that?
Yes, actually, that's exactly what you're hearing. There was a flamed symbol with BOS right next to MagnaCut.
That is sexy.
I will say that I don't think the Paul Boss heat treat on MagnaCut is going to be any better than what Laren Thomas writes instructions for. However, I'm excited to see the Paul Boss heat treatment symbol on the MagnaCut because that means he followed the instructions and did it properly.
That's what I assumed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the reason I was a little like interested in that.
Indeed. That's kind of a cool Buck 110, I'm not gonna lie.
So and again, just the platform that they're doing it on. Kind of interesting, right? Like
it makes sense. It makes sense for Buck to do it, especially.
And one strange little weird thing, because I know this isn't a huge topic to talk about, but if you go to Buck's website as well and you go to there, I believe it's the limited editions. It might be a Buck of the month. No, it's a limited edition, almost guaranteed. Yeah.
Buck of the month.
So there was a bunch of things.
Did you notice the
go to collections? Okay, yeah, either way, yeah. So on April 1st, I see on your they released a mango budgie.
They did.
The old mango,
and everyone thought it was an April Fool joke because of the crazy like Cerakoting and the bull. And then they had to put up another post that was like, no, we weren't kidding, guys. We just released it on that day. It's not a joke. We actually made these things. So
I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder how much play it's got.
Maybe just as much as the one I have. Let me double check. I got a budgie. What's my blade play? Oh, it's left and right's rock solid. Up and down, we're not going to talk about.
Now, is it slipping on the liner or just rattling?
I think I can make it walk. Oh no! It's the lockout. You see it.
Oh, I see. You have
100%. 100% lockout.
100% means it's good, right?
It is touching nose to nose. Yeah.
It's
But
okay. It's not like Benchmade's never done that before. Or
either way,
yeah,
I'm not kidding. I want one too. It's like a sweet little
yeah.
tropical something. Yeah.
So it's funny. The only reason I knew anything about the Stealth Run to begin with was because I saw Stealth Run number 2, Mango Bird is Here, on Blade Forums in the Buck Knife sub forum. And I'm like, Stealth Run number 2? What the fuck was number 1? I had to go back and find it that way.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Yeah, cool shit. Oh man.
Crazy.
They don't have the Stealth Run number 1 on their website.
Because it's gone, right? Like it's so effectively what this means is if a Stealth Run doesn't sell out immediately, they put the remainder up on the website, or maybe this is just an exception.
Maybe, I don't know. I may or may not have asked our local distributor what the availability of these things are because I'm an idiot. But
so I noticed there's another thing here. The 301 Stockman with the wood grain carbon fiber looks really nice. If I could if I could get this directly through Buck, I would have already ordered it. From what I was reading online, it sounds like the 300 series from Buck, at least the American-made stuff, is potentially on the way out the door. The current tooling that they have is exceptionally wore out, and they're not under the impression that it's worth keeping the line around by refurbishing and remaking all the tooling necessary. The cost would be apparently more than what they think they would be able to make back in foreseeable future.
That sucks.
Well, yes, and I mean maybe you could revive it with 125 American for still 420 high carbon, but maybe not.
Ouch.
That's it. Yeah. So yeah,
kicking the taint.
And I don't think 420 high carbon's a bad choice for a slip joint like this, but that price point is
yeah, I mean, you're better off just not telling people like Case does. Yeah, exactly.
Wood fiber or wood pattern carbon fiber, pretty sexy.
To be clear, though, I mean the standard version is $63.99 and $64.99 for the what are they calling this one? Rosewood with black brass bolsters versus black Baylocks with nickel silver. So, I mean,
that rose gold and brass is pretty classy looking.
It's a nice look for an American-made slip joint from, one of the major knife manufacturers. It's not the worst. But, yeah, anyway, that was just a little tidbit that this made me think of. Like, oh, yeah, that's a thing that collectors might want to take note of. As far as I'm aware, the overseas-produced stuff they're going to keep making it. But you're also looking at 420J2 for most of that stuff, I think.
Yeah.
So,
or 420 iCarb sometimes too, right?
Sometimes, yeah. The doctor's knives they made for a while. I don't know if they actually make them anymore. But those were, no, they do not. Those were also 420 high carbon. Oddly.
Is that like the pipe tool that?
Oh, it's got the little spatula. For like pill crushing and cutting and stuff like that.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about is a variation on it.
Okay.
Gives you a poker.
For the rough. I think the Rough Rider that you have does that. That kind of profile, I think. Is it a Rough Rider you have?
No, I'm pretty sure that one's a Buck.
Oh.
I could be wrong, but I'll look and give you an answer later.
Sounds good.
Paul, you got something?
I got one small thing. The easiest way to get to it probably is to just go to Blade HQ.
Okay.
And go to their little search bar.
I'm inside the little search bar.
And type in the word mermaid.
No. Well, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm just going to go directly to it.
I don't agree with anything that's going on right now.
I agree, only
So
because of the pain it brings Dennis, apparently.
we were talking about tactical dives tonight, so I figured I'd talk about the tactical mermaid.
The most tactical of tactical mermaids.
Yeah, it's stealthy.
It's god awful.
Yeah. Speaking of 420J,
So yeah, this is just the mermaid at night.
440A, don't you worry.
The Midnight Mermaid is better what they call it. They just tactical. Come on, should be the Midnight Mermaid.
That would have been cool, but you know what? You keep your ideas to yourself. Apparently, I got it. I gotta be honest. The Spectrum finish looks way better.
Yeah, this is the one that I want.
Yeah. This Midnight Mermaid nonsense. I don't know.
You kidding me? You need to do a blade swap.
Oh
no, not ooh! This is fucking awful. That's the worst thing I've heard all day, and I've heard a lot of horrible things today.
I'm into it.
Hey Joe, you know how we're gonna just convince you to carry random shit?
No,
this is kind of like same but different.
It can't be. No, you're not going to convince me to carry more knives unless they're actually good knives.
I'm going to convince Paul to carry black handle with a rainbow blade on it.
Look,
the only problem is no left hand carry, so I can't wave them off my pockets.
You'll have to back pocket reverse grip it.
There you go. I'm gonna pop them off her tits.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pop it off my pocket. Yeah. What else am I gonna use to pop it off my pocket? That's all I'm saying.
You could use her shoulder, I guess.
I really like her tail jumps. Those are good.
Tail jumps. Yeah.
You gotta have the tail there, or you might slip up.
Something about the rainbow version, I never noticed how serrated that handle is before. I don't know why. I've never clued in on that. It just doesn't look as crappy in the rainbow version.
There's just so much other shit to look at.
Yeah, but when it's just like a black and white silhouette, like, oh, holy fuck, you got a cheese grater on the back of that knife there.
Where do you think the inspiration from that lacerator from April Fool's came from, right?
Came from this fucking thing. Yeah, of course.
Black handle, rainbow blade, man. Like,
man, this is the worst version of a CRKT ripple I've ever seen. Oh man,
you can do a blade swap on it. I'll have some Makuto 440. I have that knife somewhere. I'm not.
I'll put this blade on that one.
What's that?
I'll put this blade on that one.
That blade on my blue.
Fuck. Just ruined.
Now I gotta find the stupid thing.
I like that
ripple, though. There's a hinderer.
As you do.
There it is. Yeah.
See what I mean, though? Look at that milling pattern. Yeah, that's a ripple inspiration right there.
Yeah. OG Red High Top said the same in chat.
Oh yeah.
And I don't disagree, but I need it. I need the rainbow one at the very least, but I kind of want both now.
It's such a meme at this point that you do need it.
Go on.
I don't think, like, honestly, I just think the black, not this oxide finish just brings down, just it wasn't classy to begin with, but this just kills it. Like, I was trying to think, like, okay, would I rather have the rainbow blade or the rainbow handle? And no, I'd rather have the whole thing be rainbow, and then the black one could just, I won't buy
it. I think what you need to do is go half and half on the scales, I think is what you need to.
Oh, you're a monster.
Black on one side, rainbow on the other, and then which blade?
Neither. Just throw it away.
It's
the best performance knife you can possibly do is not put one of them on.
Same, 100%. Same mouthfeel as that joke about like using coconut oil when you're cooking kale in a pan, so it's easier to scrape off into the garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Same mouthfeel. Oh my god.
Same energy.
Who the hell was this thing marketed towards, though? I mean, like anyone who's like interested in the pink or rainbow mermaid wants it because of how ridiculous it is.
Assholes.
I guess.
Assholes
But,
like me.
You could
And
almost...
Zinx, apparently. Sorry, bud.
Don't mean to toss you fucking headfirst under the bus or anything, but...
Well, he said he actually likes that one.
But why? Why would you choose this ridiculousness over the rainbow ridiculousness?
They couldn't.
Well, I still want the rainbow one. I just thought that this would hurt your guys' feelings.
Oh,
They
it
And I had to
does!
bring it up.
They couldn't desert this one because little inappropriate. But so
Isn't that just sushi? Like
they
surf
had
and
to go
turf,
the
it's a
other.
mermaid. Oh, if they made a knife called the surf and turf and it's like just a butchered mermaid instead of the full one, I'd be okay with that.
What were you gonna say?
I want
Paul?
it. I want it sent to me in nori.
No, that's lame.
Mhm.
I think we're done with this now.
Yeah.
It's the best I got.
This knife is. How have I not noticed? This is a 3.75-inch blade on this thing. This is not a small knife. That's actually kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's this.
Terrible.
Hey man, it's got a handle like a friggin'
Like a Spartan.
yes.
It's like
That's
a
exactly what I was gonna say.
Like it's trying to crawl out of the ocean. That's what it is.
Oh, somebody kick it back in.
No more evolving for you. Get on, get.
That's enough of that. Holy
Depends
crap.
on how hot. It
Man.
depends on how hot the sand is. I might just watch it burn.
We started talking about a Magna Cut Buck 110, and we ended up talking about a black mermaid. Not just any, but like a midnight mermaid.
All right, I'll give you a consolation prize here, Joe. You'll like this one.
Okay.
We'll finish it out with a consolation prize. It's not as good as a Magna Buck 110, but it like kind of comes back up from where we were here.
It redeems us slightly. Okay. All right, what are we looking at?
Go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works and OG Red High Tops MKM knives. We would like to bring in some MKM knives. They're a tough sell.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Although we'll probably potentially get some of them fancy friggin' MKM knives.
I know Paul's had
It's the one I'm thinking of with like the kind of dog leg handle. I want it.
So Smoky Mountain, go Rough Rider, and you can even skip and use the SKU RR because I happen to know, and then go 208. Because I'm a nerd and remember numbers for weird, strange reasons.
Is that a new classic?
Okay, not just a new classic, but if you scroll down, you notice how there's some modern, Luzon looking thing. Not Luzon, sorry. What's
Frenzy?
Frenzy looking thing, daggery looking thing, drop point looking SOG. Yeah. So click on the dagger because I know that you're a sucker. So
He's got it.
I mean,
fucking
playing with a fucking Shalotl earlier. So yeah, I'm a sucker. Hey, it's a Kershaw clip.
Yeah, a little bit. It's a valet clip. I've got
red
one of those.
liners. Okay. G10, red G10 liners. T10 carbon steel blade. What the fuck?
There you go. So,
Whoa!
you know how they did carbon steel blades on some Rough Riders for some banging prices. Well, they've taken that T10 carbon steel blades and they've come out with like 5 new folders.
Holy crap.
Go from
This
2080
to
to 2084.
Putting this on putting this on my phone so I can find it later. Damn.
Where the hell?
So, first of all, what the hell?
There it is. There's the clip I was looking for. Yeah, it fits really nicely on my ZT. Shut up.
yeah.
It's the same.
Okay,
clip, but
so
yeah.
I'm always a little bit. I always feel a little weird about tool steels on my pocket clips, on my pocket clip knives, I guess, so to say.
Good save on
Yeah.
distraction from pocket clips.
Yeah.
You are going to change the color of that blade just by existing.
This is true. Now, T10 is pretty close to W1, which is what you can find on a lot of files. And I've had not too bad luck with my files not rusting, my W1 files.
In your pocket?
No, but being used and abused in a workshop in much worse environments than my pocket. How hard to imagine, I know, but
it sounds made
up. For 17 American dollars, holy crap. That's
So all of them, very reasonable price points. There is a standard drop pointy one that us not Italians like.
So you're bringing them into the shop?
And even the Frenzy.
You mean the giant they call it giant Warncliffe. How big is this thing?
4.5-inch blade, 5-inch blade, something stupid.
It's a tip down carry only. I'm the only person who would buy it, probably.
You're super tactical.
It's a 5.25-inch blade.
What is that?
Oh, I want it. Oh, that is the most penisy of penis clips. But I want that now. That's scary.
5.25
with a flipper, bro.
5.25
with $25 with T10 tool steel. So, Rough Rider makes some cool shit.
Yeah, holy hell. I don't care if the D10's garbage. For what is this, 25 American? I will fix it.
And also as a reminder, Rough Riders are made for Smoky Mountain Knife Works by Blue Ridge Distributor. There's other people that have Blue Ridge as their distributors too. So,
can't imagine who.
The other thing that I think I'll remind you boys about is they came out with some titanium and was it titanium and copper and brassy and blah 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 for is it VG10 on those ones?
I think so.
Some higher ends, yeah. Those may or may not also become recently available as well.
Neat.
And I think those ones were called the ACTA series, ACTA or something like that.
Like another ACTA we might know?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
I was going to say ACTA, we're getting A and V knives.
Yeah.
ACTA,
Or APTA. Maybe it's a P. I don't know. Maybe I'm just making shit up. I'll stop talking now.
If you do that, who'll talk then?
It is APTA. The ones with the weird square-headed slip joints? Yeah. Those are the APTA modern folding knives.
Oh yeah, right, with the weird chisel blade. I forgot about those.
Yeah.
Those are now recently available as well.
That's kind of cute.
They're neat.
And was it VG10? Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
That guy's in VG10 with that brass. Oh god damn it!
Yeah,
I told you.
For $23.
You know, this guy over here making people broke. That's what I do.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Fuck.
Well,
how could you possibly say no?
Not on screen.
Yeah, well, you can't stop me.
I'm gonna have to.
Yes.
I can absolutely boot you from this call. It takes less effort than you think.
You, Joe.
I did it.
To you.
We did it 3 times earlier. That's it. I'll do it again.
He keeps coming back. Fuck.
Oh man. Okay. Well, shit. Thank you for
making me broke.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I'm aware.
5.25-inch Frenzy.
You bringing in those? Any of these?
I don't know. I noticed them very, very recently and had to dive into the fact that I was like, what carbon steel blade are you using? And then I've discovered.
So, for the record, the Frenzy is only a 5.5-inch blade. There's only a 1/2-inch difference between these two.
A 1/4-inch.
1/4-inch.
Sorry, 1/4-inch. Yeah, sorry. I was yeah.
The Frenzy's also a great knife. It's silly.
That's monstrous. How big is the dagger? I didn't even notice.
You're gonna hear it break wind as you flick that flipper. It's gonna.
I think you and I use our knives differently.
Hey, do your knives not fart?
You said knives.
You're gonna make my knife fart.
I'm a little confused that so many of these knives are tip down only, though. That's a little weird.
Super tactical.
Not even, though. More like cut the shit out of your thigh if you bump the
Except for
flipper
that
tab a little
bottom,
too hard.
apparently, except for that bottom one.
Yeah, that gray with the carbon fiber overlay that vaguely resembles a Kershaw.
The dagger was tip up, wasn't it?
Yeah, the dagger was tip up, but
That
the
pocket clip, bro. Your pocket clip game needs better. Do gooder.
They're a traditional company.
Do gooder. I know somebody's got to buy the remaining stock of pocket clips that Kershaw didn't want, but don't be that company.
If it's a Kershaw reject, I mean, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's exactly what I'm saying.
Those are 4-inch blades. That's nasty.
Anyway, we're not even looking at that one. That just happened to be a 208 code. I was looking at the modern ones. Now Joe's just looking at random shit.
Just kind of floating.
Happens to be a 208 code, but I knew that the other 5 SKUs were as well.
It's all used
like
T10.
It's all, yeah.
No, that's the weird thing too, because the G10, the classic that we had on our shelf,
was a stainless.
Yeah. Okay,
Sure
and this one is 440A, and this one's 440A, but this one with the double nail neck or two nail necks and 2 match strikes apparently, because you can't open the knife. Yes, you can. Wait, no. I'm sorry. These are also 440A. I thought I had read T10, and I was very confused.
Okay. See, I tried to give the audience some sort of consolation prize, and then Joe.
I'm here to ruin it for everybody.
Look, I can do more things if you want.
Nah, I think we're all good. I don't know. You gave us a Boker Mermaid. We were trying to end on a bit of a high note here.
Yeah,
Paul.
That's what I'm saying. I can bring us down lower.
Please don't do it.
No, I got nothing. I'm gonna be honest.
Good.
My brain has turned to moosh.
This isn't a bad way to end.
No. This is kind of cool.
$17 T10. Good times. And I'm interesting about lockup and action and all of the things that Rough Riders like.
I can't say I've ever handled a Rough Rider liner lock flipper with a 5 1/4 inch blade before, but that might have to change.
Has anybody?
Gonna have to modify that melon taster of yours.
Were they?
There you go.
Well, that one's a Schrade, you see.
Yeah, what's that?
I said, well, that one's a Schrade, you see.
Yeah, but does yours have a fork?
No, it doesn't. You loon.
Wow. The blade catch.
You need to get that as a double action. So.
Yeah.
All right. So much for ending on a high note.
All right.
Rude.
One more time, I did a couple shameless plugs throughout the episode, but thank you to the Cutting Edge Cutlery Co. for getting a Bestech Keen 2. They're kind of fancy. Not sure limited edition or not. I thought limited, but maybe not. I could be wrong.
You seemed really sure before, but now...
I don't know. I want
maybe.
Yeah. Anyway.
Perhaps.
Look, it's a good knife. If you like big knives, you should get it. It's a really good knife.
Thank other people.
Thanks to people that saw an Instagram post that I actually made in the year 2023. It finally happened, guys. I made a post. Go like it some more. Come on, help me out.
Some more.
I mean, TJ could like it. It's the least you could do.
That was pretty exciting that he liked and commented about the mini mog being inspiration potentially.
If we can pull the designer from the trenches to hit the like button, come on.
I mean, I may or may not have tagged him directly.
May or may not have goaded him into commenting, but
come on, say the line, Bart.
Good stuff. Thank you to everyone on Patreon that supports us. Month after month. Everything that goes to you guys is a giant thank you, and we'll return back to you guys
Christmas 2023. We're getting
that's what we keep on saying, and apparently that was an accurate number.
It was a joke, and now it's just
and now it's just a joke. It's
yeah.
Oh,
so yeah.
It hurts because it's true.
All right, gentlemen. I think that wraps us up. I think we covered the gambits of thank yous. We are back again next week, I believe.
Are we?
All over the map, but yes, I believe we are. And maybe a double episode. Maybe.
We got some stuff to talk about. Wouldn't shock me.
Cool, guys. Thanks for joining us. We do appreciate you guys tuning in week after week, regardless of whether we actually show up or not. So, yeah. Having said that, thanks for everyone. We'll see you again next week. I am who I am. I'm Dennis Vipers.
I'm the Iron Joe.
And I'm XL.ca.
Thanks once again, guys. Take care. Buy big knives.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to trade my full-size Super Freak for a mini Super Freak when it comes out in M4. But yeah, buy big knives. Buy my big knives so I can buy small knives.